I came to LaGrange in 1995 with my sister, met Neil, and he was starting to develop a event center at Butts Mill Farm in Pine Mountain, Georgia. And in 96, I moved here. Before that, I lived in Atlanta. I worked in the restaurant business. I was a manager for Ippolito's in Roswell and Sandy Springs, and had been there for about 10 years when I met Neil. And he talked me into this crazy idea of coming to Pine Mountain and opening up an event center on a farm. And so we started that, and we had it for 19 years. It was very successful. We did a lot of corporate parties, family reunions, weddings, open to the public. We also had a restaurant. Then one day we got really crazy, and we bid on a castle here in LaGrange and opened it up for an event center as well. After that, we purchased Nutwood Winery, but we didn't use it very much because we were so busy with the other three. And then in about 2015, he walked in one day and said, "We're moving into Nutwood." And I'm like, "You've lost your mind. There's no kitchen, there's no bathrooms that are worth anything, there's no closets." But we moved in. And we started working on it and remodeling it, and just about had it really almost done. And we're sitting on the porch one night having a glass of wine, and he says, "We should open a winery." And I'm like, "Okay, we're supposed to be retired," but he's bored, so we open a winery. We wanted to open up a place that in this community, people could come and hang out like you're in your living room. We opened it in June of 2019. Very slow open. We didn't really do any advertising. We were still just kind of getting our bearings of what we were doing. And then, of course, in 2020, Corona came in, and we were shut down for a while. And we're like, so what are we going to do while we're shut down? Instead of just sitting back and waiting to see what happens, we called our church, and we just started doing a big food drive where we prepared 1,000 meals every Wednesday and just handed them out, which was very, very rewarding to see my kids jump in and do that. We have lots of animals. We're down to 4 dogs and 2 cats right now. We have Jolene on the property, which roams freely. She's our Great Pyrenees. Everyone here knows her and loves her. They come out, she visits them. I have 2 children. I have a daughter that is 20 and a son who is 17. My daughter's a senior in college, and my son is a senior in high school. We're big into family, so Sunday is our family day. We have a lot of people that come out here that have become family. I could have 20 people at my house for lunch every Sunday. We just hang out and fellowship, go to church, have a good time. And that's the biggest thing we do. I love to ride bikes. I'm going to get back into that with my son leaving. Of course, I used to ride horses and do all that, but we've kind of stopped that with our age. I do love sewing, and I have an embroidery machine I haven't touched in years, but I'd like to get back onto that. Really, we work a lot. We have 1 day off a week, even though we're only open Thursday and Friday and Saturday. We do private events, and we also just get everything ready for the weekend. This is my favorite project we've ever done because we were able to do it just the way we wanted. We love wineries, and we've traveled around the world going to wineries. And when we decided to do this, I told my husband, the one thing I don't want to do is have a winery that you just go in and taste wine and leave. I want to have a place for them to hang out. I want them to have something to eat. I wanted just to have a small menu where people could come here, taste the wine, have an experience, but not just come in and taste 5 wines and leave. Every time we're open, people come up to us and thank us for having this here in LaGrange. A place to go, a place to fellowship, a place to hang out, a place to have a small event and a party without renting a room. It's just, everyone is so appreciative of our facility, and that really makes me happy. I love LaGrange. It is probably the neatest town. I grew up in a small town in South Georgia, and then lived in New Orleans and Atlanta. I love LaGrange. It is the best community I've ever been a part of. It's so much fellowship and togetherness, and when there's a need, people just come out. It's not who's in charge, who's doing this, who's doing what. When we started that little food thing, we were only going to do it one time, and so many people came to us and gave money to pay for that we just kept doing it. We did 5,000 meals. That's LaGrange. They care about each other, and they know you. They know who you are, and that's probably the thing I love most about it. I love raising my kids here. I love their friends that they have here. I love the community for them. It's safe. I love everything about LaGrange. I would recommend raising a family here, definitely. I'm Trish Liechty, and I'm the story of LaGrange.